Coating fabrics. Just like suiting fabrics, coating fabrics is a category of fabrics, typically dominated by wool, made specifically for the construction of warm winter coats. Wool, being known for its warmth, it is no surprise that wool represents the majority of this category of fabrics used for warm winter coats. These wools are much thicker and heavier than suiting wools, and are mostly made from woolen yarns, not worsted yarns. Boiled wool. Boiled wool doesn't truly get boiled, but something similar does happen. It gets steamed very intensely after it has been knit. That's right, this fabric is a knit. But the fabric gets so shrunken during the steaming process that the fabric behaves much more like a woven, with only the tiniest amount of stretch remaining from the knit construction. Garments made from boiled wool must be made like traditionally woven garments, not like knit garments. This is why it's being put into this category and is typically considered a woven fabric, as garments need to be constructed as if it were a woven fabric. Boiled wools are usually expensive and made from merino wool and are very heavy in weight. Blanket cloth. Blanket cloth can refer to a wide variety of thick, heavy fabrics that have a plain or twill weave. These fabrics are most often made with wool, but can include cotton and wool blends, along with other types of synthetic fibers and fiber blends. They are woven with a wide width, sometimes more than 60 inches, making them great for blankets as well as coats, hence the name. They usually have a very fuzzy woolen nap that obscures the weave. Felt. As discussed before in our woven section, felt is a very interesting fabric because it is neither knit nor woven, nor is it a skin or fur. It stands on its own. It is incredibly unique in this manner. Instead of being woven or knit, it takes the unique properties of wool and how it reacts to heat to form itself. Instead of being spun into yarns or woven or knit, this fabric uses wool that has been pressed, heated, and agitated. So none of the processes that we're used to, spinning or weaving or knitting, applies to this fabric. The fiber is made directly into the fabric instead of becoming a yarn first. Incredibly unique. The pressing, heating, and agitated causes the wool fibers to tangle up, and the heat causes them to shrink, forming a dense mat that the felt fabric is made out of. This means that felt fabric has no grain, will not fray, and can be steamed and shaped into almost any dimension. Here we see small bits of felt, a felt coat, and one of the unique properties of felt being utilized, the fact that it can be steamed into any shape. As you can see, this is a felt hat. Hats often use felt for its property to be shaped very easily. As you can see, this hat has no seams. It has not been seamed into shape. Instead, the felt has been heated and stamped into shape without the need of any seams. Loden cloth. Loden cloth is a thick wool that is usually blended with other fibers, woven in either a plain weave or a twill. Once it is woven, it is then brushed to raise up a dense nap that obscures the weave. similar to blanket cloth. Typically, after being brushed, the nap will be shaved down so it remains soft but not too over-the-top fuzzy. Traditionally, loden cloth was dyed a dark green color, but can come in other colors today. Loden cloth resembles flannel as well, but is thicker and always has a very brushed finish. Melton. Melton is similar to loden cloth in that it is a thick wool with a twill weave, which is obscured by a heavily brushed finish. Indeed, loden cloth can be described as a type of Melton. This warm wool fabric is very durable, and its finish can make it feel soft and velvety when the quality of wool is very good.